Hey, my friends, how are you today? I am coming at you today thinking about challenges. I've been thinking about them a lot lately. I know we all have them. Some are small, some are big, and some even seem really unmanageable. We usually do climb over them eventually, or at least learn to live on the mountainside and kind of thrive there a little bit. But I've had two small challenges, very small ones, going on this month. And they are both actually really positive challenges. And those are my favorite kind. I'm always like, I'm all for a challenge as long as they're healthy and motivating and positive. And when I give myself those challenges to do, they kind of offset the crappy ones for me, the harder ones for me, because I've given myself practice doing the easier, more fun challenges. So I know how to do it and I have the tools and I have the know-how and I know that I can do challenges. So when the hard ones come up, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can do this because I've done a ton of easier ones that really helped me. So as I was going through these challenges and thinking about what they taught me and what helped me, I really knew that one of the things is that I could do more and that I can work harder. That's usually what a challenge helps me realize about myself because it doesn't only just show me that I can do the challenges. It shows me that I actually can put myself out there more. I actually can work just a little bit harder. And not that I'm a fan of all work, nose to the grind type of person. I am a very, very much like, let's relax, let's chill kind of person, but I also work hard. So I feel like when I was younger, I was like, work hard, play hard. And that was definitely me. And now it's more of like, work hard and chill really hard kind of person. I don't play as much as I should, I guess. I really like to chill. So when I sat with myself, I went and thought about what I really wanted to get out of both these challenges. I knew I had more to give if I wanted to see the results of those challenges. So these are some things that helped me. Making a list, knowing my why, being uncomfortable, and putting myself out there. Those four things really helped me in these challenges. And when I sat back and reflected, they helped me in all of my challenges in life. Easy, hard, medium, all of them. So, lists are definitely a fundamental starting point for me. Always, I am a list person, and that's really because I need to see my thoughts on paper. I need to put my thoughts down in a list form so I can wrap my head around them and what I need to do and cross things off. That's my favorite part. Like, okay, now I can start crossing things off my list. So the lists are definitely my easy part. That lead me gently into the harder parts of getting through the challenge. Um, my why, I know that I really have to dig deep and find my grit. What helps me with getting really clear on my why, knowing my why is what helps me with the harder parts. So I need to get really clear on why I'm doing this challenge or why this challenge is important to me, why I picked this challenge, and like, not just, "Oh, it sounds like a fun challenge." It's like, dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper. Sit with this, maybe sit with this for a few days. What is my why? And I really need to spend time thinking and searching and writing out what my whys are because I know my why is what's going to drive me forward when things do get hard. Even in easy challenges, things get hard. That's why it's a challenge. So I need my why to help me and to help me be uncomfortable, which is the next part, right? Because if a challenge was comfortable, it wouldn't be a challenge, right? If a challenge was comfortable, everybody would do it. It is uncomfortable. You really have to, I mean, that's why it's a challenge. It's part of the definition, I'm sure, if you looked it up. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but it should be. So being uncomfortable in a situation is actually can be a good thing if it's a good situation. So that brings us then to the super hard part for me, which is putting myself out there. Um, that why really kicks in then. So like, why am I going to put myself out there? Oh, I know why. Let me go back and read what I wrote. Let me go back and think about what I shared in my head because I need that why to put myself out there. So these four things are things that helped me in these two challenges. And I'm hoping as I share my examples of what my challenges were and how these incorporated into them, that they might help you, right? That's why I share these stories. That's why I come on this podcast, is just try to help you. Maybe these four things are what you need, or maybe they'll spark what you need and the steps that you need. Maybe they'll also, like, you're like, oh, I know someone who's going through a challenge right now. Maybe share this podcast with them. It could really help them. So, right before I go into my two examples of the challenges I had this last month, I want to lean back into my 5Gs because that's what I do in my life, right? My 5Gs are the gratitude, the grit, the grace, the glee, and the gal gangs. These five things are always a part of what I do. So, I am going to incorporate them as well. The two challenges were, and remember I said these were fun challenges. So I know some of you have really hard, even devastating challenges. You can still use these four steps and 5Gs with those, but I wanted to be easy today. I wanted to share easy challenges today. So one challenge I had to do with Arbonne, who I am working now, and becoming a district manager. And that means making some sales, and sales are hard for me. So that was a hard challenge for me, an easy, fun challenge, but also uncomfortable. My other challenge was a 30-day group challenge that myself and several other ladies were in. We chose to be in it. It is a fun challenge. We're going to do one every month, but this one was where we hit 10,000 steps every day and we take a Arbonne product every day. And the thought process was being, the steps is being healthy and moving your energy, shifting your energy and moving your body physically. So it's helping all the way around. And the Arbonne products are also helping from the inside out, making you be healthier. So just a healthier you in 30 days. Both these challenges were so great, but the 30-day challenge was amazing, which is why I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing both, but the 30-day challenge, I just can't tell you, it was so amazing. The ladies in it were so amazing, were so uplifting. But anyways, I was so grateful that I was able to help women with these products and these challenges because they were both kind of combined in a way, right? So that was my gratitude. Like, I was able to help women. I helped them feel better. I helped them feel healthier. And that was amazing. So, so grateful for that. So in order to start, I needed a list, right? That's how I start with. So a list of what I want to do to like share the products, what the 30-day challenge would be, who to invite to the 30-day challenge. Like what are some posts that I could put up when I put myself out there? Who are some ladies I could ask for help when I needed help? Who are some ladies I wanted to help? So writing lots and lots of lists and then just started going through them. Then I had to think about my why, right? That's the second step, my why. Because I can have the list and I can have the challenge, but if I don't have the why, I know myself, and I don't know if you're like this, but I'm probably going to not make it through the challenge. Or the challenge is going to take way longer than I thought it was going to be because I don't have my why backing me up. So my why has been for a really long time now to help other women in this journey. I know life can be hard. We have challenges, right? This is what we're talking about. So I have always wanted to share what's working for me, from Reiki to regulating our nervous system to products that are working really well, sharing tools and strategies and stories that help us all. That's my why. I have been through hard times, right? I've been through, what we go through, breakups and moving and different jobs and cancer and Crohn's and being a stepmom and all these things. And I know how hard life can be. And what has helped me is sharing with other people. So I have done the research and I've taken the classes and got the certifications and done the self-development work. And now what I have wanted to do for the last few years is just give back and share. And that's my why. So the next is knowing I'll be uncomfortable and giving myself some grace. So I had the gratitude and now here's the grace. in the uncomfortable part because it also takes grit as well, but just giving myself that grace to be uncomfortable and knowing that even when I'm uncomfortable, if it's for a good and positive experience, amazing things can happen. I just need to get over myself and my feelings and emotions of being uncomfortable. So my why, so I can help other people. Then it's the steps of putting myself out there. And this also takes some grace and some grit, right? The grace of knowing I'm not perfect. I will not look the best sometimes. I'll mess up my words. People will say no. Some people might cringe at me. And my why will remind me of why I keep putting myself out there. And that will give me the grit and the effort to keep going and putting myself out there. I just need to be who I am and try. I need to be repetitive. I need to be able to ask people to join. I need to put myself uncomfortably out there day after day, whether that's asking people to use the projects or even if it's asking myself to get up off the couch and get my steps in that 30-day challenge. And when that happens, when I get over being uncomfortable and when I remember my why and when I put myself out there day after day, something eventually shifts and I start having fun. And that's the glee part. I realized that the 30-day challenge and the steps were making me feel amazing. And that was fun. Getting up in the morning and going for a walk wasn't a chore anymore. It was fun. Getting out and talking to other people about my products was actually fun because it was helping other people. The ladies were telling me how much these products were making them feel better. That's fun. Now I want to talk to other people about it and help other people because that is fun. So I started showing up, putting myself out there, and then my energy shifted and I'm putting myself out there with more energy, with more glee, with more fun. And it really, when you get over yourself and do something uncomfortable in a positive experience and do it repetitively, you will be amazed at how much joy you get. And all of this leads to then my gal gangs, right? Because that's my community. That's you guys. It's my community in Arbonne. It was my community in my 30-day challenge. It was my community in the ladies who are trying the Arbonne products. My community, like I said, has been the best. In the 30-day challenge, they are encouraging, they're motivating. They're actually in there giving each other their tips and tools and sharing their stories. And I am like, yes, this is what I am talking about. We are showing up for each other, and I love it. So, using those 4 steps, making a list, being uncomfortable, showing up, and putting myself out there and knowing my why, that sounded like a lot more than 4, but let me do them again, right? The 4 steps: making a list, knowing my why, getting uncomfortable, and showing up. Those with my 5 Gs: giving yourself grace and knowing what you're grateful for, giving yourself the grit to do it, um, having fun with it, the glee, and getting your gal gang surrounding you so you have a community. That is what made me overcome the challenges, meet the challenges, beat the challenges, however you want to say it. I made district manager. Yes, myself and many other ladies in that challenge did all 30 days. We did it. And those who didn't do the 30 days, I guarantee you they did way more than their norm. So that is amazing. So that's why I love challenges. We show ourselves how much more we actually can do than we thought. We show ourselves that we can do the hard things. We show ourselves that we have the tools and the strategies to get things done. And when we do that with easy things, when the hard things come up, we're like, oh, wait, I know what to do. I know the tools. I know the strategies. I know I can do it because I've been doing these other challenges. So the last thing I just want to hit on really briefly is you might be thinking, yeah, your why is cute. You want to help people, but you're actually in it for the money. And I just wanted to touch on that really quickly because that's a no and yes answer, right? Um, My why has always been from the beginning incorporating both. I am 100% doing this for the women in my community. I want to give what I needed and what I still need. And so that's why I'm sharing. That's why I'm giving. Is money a part of it? Of course. Of course. I also want women to have their own money, to spend their own money, the right to spend their own money how they want, to not be dependent on others for their money, just in life in general. Or if you're in a really hard spot, I don't ever want money to be the reason why you can't do something easy or something hard. I don't want that. I want you to be dependent on yourself for your money, to have that financial freedom. So my why can actually incorporate both. And I think financial freedom is a huge part of being able to nurture yourself, of taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. Financial freedom is actually a part of that. And not just so you can spend money on products or programs, even though those are amazing for you. They have changed and shifted my life so much for the better. But just so you have the freedom to live the life that you want it, whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else, you should always have freedom, and financial freedom is part of that. And that's part of why I love Arbonne as well, because I get to help myself, I get to help others, and I get paid to do it. So it's a triple win. So, anyways, I hope this helps you. If you know someone, like I said, who's going through a challenge, please share this with them. I would love to know what your tools, what your strategies are for challenges. I always want to hear back from you guys. Always, always, always. That's why that 30-day challenge was amazing, because people were giving me ideas too, and I love that. So I want to know what you think as well. But I hope this helps you. And like I say, choose yourself, choose your challenges, and know that you can get over them. So choose yourself. And I love you. We'll talk soon.